You're not thinking in real time. You're reacting to electricity. Tiny flashes. Microscopic sparks. Right now, inside your skull, billions of neurons are firing in patterns so fast you mistake them for you. But here's the unsettling part. If we slowed them down, really slowed them down, you might not recognize yourself at all. And that changes everything about attraction, confidence, and who you think you are. Let's slow it down. You lock eyes with someone across the room. You feel it. That spark. That pull. That chemistry. But here's what's really happening. Neurons are firing in slow-motion chains. One neuron detects a face. Another scans symmetry. Another compares it to every face you've ever seen. Another checks memory. Another checks safety. Another releases dopamine. Boom. You call it attraction. Most people think attraction is magic. It's not. It's prediction. Your brain is constantly asking one question. Is this person good for my survival and my status? And it answers in milliseconds. But here's the part nobody tells you. If we slowed those neurons down to the speed of dripping water, attraction wouldn't feel magical. It would look like this. Electric pulses jumping from cell to cell. Chemical gates opening. Signals traveling. Your past experiences lighting up like old files being reopened. That instant spark. It's your history firing forward. And this is where it gets dangerous. Because if your past is wired for insecurity, your attraction will be too. Ever notice how some people are attracted to emotionally unavailable partners over and over again? That's not bad luck. That's neural familiarity. Your brain prefers what it recognizes, even if it hurts. And this leads to a powerful question. If attraction is just neurons firing patterns from your past, can you rewire it? Hold that thought. Because first, we need to understand something even deeper. Imagine slowing down a confident person's brain during a social interaction. Someone walks into a room. All eyes turn. They stay calm. What's happening inside their head? Here's what's really happening. A stimulus hits. Eyes on me. Potential judgment. In an insecure brain, neurons fire toward threat. What if I look stupid? What if they reject me? What if I fail? Stress chemicals flood in. Body tightens. Voice shakes. Eye contact breaks. But in a confident brain, the same stimulus. Different wiring. Neurons fire toward opportunity. This is interesting. Let's see what happens. I've handled worse. Same room. Same eyes. Different neural path. Most people don't realize this. Confidence isn't a personality trait. It's a firing pattern. A habit of thought repeated so many times that the neurons built highways. And here's the part nobody tells you. Every time you replay a negative memory, every time you imagine failure, every time you criticize yourself, you are strengthening that pathway. You are rehearsing insecurity. Now imagine slowing that process down. One thought. One neuron. One connection being reinforced. Over and over. That's how identities are built. And this is where it gets empowering. Because what fires together, wires together. Which means you can train your neurons to fire differently. But before you rush to positive thinking, there's a deeper layer. One that controls who you chase, who you fear, and who you become. Let's slow it down again. You text someone. They don't reply. Your chest tightens. Why? Pay attention to this. The message leaves your phone. Silence. No notification. Your brain scans for meaning. Neurons jump to past memories. Being ignored. Being replaced. Being not enough. Stress response activates. But here's what's really happening. Your brain hates uncertainty. Uncertainty equals potential danger. So it fills in the blanks. Usually with worst-case scenarios. And this is where it gets dangerous. Because most people react to stories their neurons invented. Not reality. Think about it. How many arguments start because someone assumed something? How many relationships end because of imagined threats? Slow it down. Neuron fires. Interpretation forms. Emotion rises. Behavior follows. You snap. You withdraw. You overtext. You pretend you don't care. And each reaction strengthens the circuit. Most people don't realize this. You are not reacting to the present moment. You are reacting to a prediction your brain made in microseconds. And here's the twist. The brain can't tell the difference between imagination and reality very well. That's why visualization works. That's why anxiety feels real. That's why confidence can be trained. Which leads to the final, uncomfortable truth. Imagine you could watch your own brain in slow motion during a heated moment. Someone insults you. First spark, anger. Second spark, defend yourself. Third spark, attack back. But there's a tiny gap. A microscopic pause between neurons. And that gap is your power. But here's the part nobody tells you. Your first reaction is your conditioning. Your second reaction is your choice. If you respond instantly, you're running old code. If you pause, you interrupt the circuit. That pause might be half a second. But inside your brain, it's enough time to reroute electricity. To choose curiosity over anger. Silence over impulsiveness. Confidence over insecurity. And this is where it changes your life. Attraction shifts when you stop chasing validation. Confidence grows when you stop rehearsing fear. Behavior transforms when you stop obeying your first impulse. Slow down your reactions, and you rewire your identity. Here's a simple exercise. Next time you feel triggered, don't act. Mentally say, neurons are firing. That's it. Create distance. Observe the pattern. Because once you see it, you're no longer trapped inside it. You're the one watching it. And that changes everything. Your brain is a prediction machine. Your past writes the first draft. But you hold the editor's pen. So the next time you feel attraction, or jealousy, or insecurity, ask yourself, is this truth? Or just electricity? Follow for more psychology insights.